All right, what's good, everyone? I'm back with another YouTube video today. Today is June 22nd, 2026. I'm going over today's price action and how I took a break-even trade on the Nasdaq today. So, going into the day, I had a pretty bullish bias. I seen that we were expecting bullish PD arrays going higher. Ultimately, when I was charting out my chart last night, I was looking at this high to be my draw. Um, Seeing that we were respecting bullish order flow here, with these gaps being respected and sending us higher, I figured, okay, we're gonna go up higher, take out this high. Unfortunately, we did not take out that high either on ES here. We didn't even get close to it on ES, in fact. Instead, we ended up putting in a nice rejection block. Well, reacting out of a rejection block here. That could have been a good trade if I was on the chart. So ultimately, I didn't get on the chart today until about 12 p.m., which is a big reason for my trade today. So I took a trade a bit later in the day, around 12 p.m. New York lunch. Um, I'm not incredibly happy with the trade I took. I don't think it was a terrible trade. I thought the trade had good reasoning for going higher. But yeah, instead of going this high, we reject off this low here. Instead of going and taking out this high and going higher to the external high here, we do go lower in the day. Okay. Go lower. We end up disrespecting bullish PD arrays. Right. Everything about the day honestly screams bearish. Especially now looking at the chart with seeing how it is right now. But at the time, I would like for you to see what I was seeing at the time. Um Looking back, if I could have stopped myself from doing this, I would have. But at the time, I'm looking at the chart. Um, I see we're inside of this hourly gap, right? No, excuse me. We come down a bit lower. The replay is off because you switch time frames and replay and trading view kind of sucks, right? So we're inside of this gap here. What I'm seeing is we're coming down, right? Gonna do this a little bit quicker, right? So we come down. What we do inside of this hourly gap is we sweep out the previous low inside of the gap. I'm thinking, okay, we're sweeping out the low, we're getting good displacement. That is two criteria for my entry already. Okay. Sweeping out the low, getting good displacement. From there, we also put in a 15-minute SMT with ES here, right? We put in a 15-minute SMT at these lows. At this point, all I need is an IFVG, and I'm going higher, and I'm targeting higher. Okay, my target was the unfilled 15-minute fair value gap on NQ, and it aligned with a higher time frame 1 hour unfilled fair value gap as well. Seen as an SMT and bearish order flow, when it's bullish, typically just rebalances price higher. I figured, okay, we're gonna go higher based off of these set of conditions that we made with price action, right? Swept out a low, we put in an SMT, we manipulated that low one more time. I thought it was a good entry. So I take a bit of a front run entry off of this 4-minute fair value gap here. I could have waited for the candle closure here, but for our purposes, with my break even point being right about here, which is in a unfilled bearish 5-minute, I figured, okay, oh, excuse me, here, with my break even being an unfilled 5-minute, seen as, okay, we might reject this here to go lower, right? I figured, all right, that's probably a good break even point. Stops were set below the swing low, right? And honestly, at first, the trade looks really damn good. I'm thinking we're going to TP. We get good displacement. Now, you tap that 5, you reject super hard. All right. At this point, this is my break even. My trading day is over right then and there. All right. And I called the trade out on the Discord. I called out the management for the trade. You should be break even at this high at 3602. Um, what I failed to notice was ES at this point in time. So let me cancel the replay. ES at this point in time, we are inside of a bearish 15-minute gap already, and we're going inside of it, and we're just rejecting and going lower each time, right? NQ at the time, we don't have this fair value gap. There's nothing stopping us from going higher and rebalancing price, which is something I thought was really like attractive for the long position I was looking to take. So ultimately, this position does end up working out. It takes literally from 12:02 from when I entered to like 4 o'clock, and really full TP's 6 o'clock, and that's the next day open at 6 p.m. here. That's Globex open. So overall, this isn't a trade I would take again due to the conditions. Like, this is one of those things. Like, today is one of those days you have to practice discretion because everything looks incredible technically. But, going off of the fact that, hey, we're dealing with war news, we're also dealing with just slower market conditions with it being the summer. Things aren't always as peachy as they may seem. And for you to really lock in on your trading and become a profitable trader, you have to practice discretion. Discretion and risk management will get you farther than any sort of A++ strategy could ever. Because I thought today, technically, going off of technical analysis here, we are like, if you wanted me to stick to my model, criteria for criteria, this is it, right? You get the sweep of liquidity. You're inside of a higher time frame PD array. You have the highest time frame inversion on manipulation. Like, this is a plus setup by those standards, right? But because of the conditions we're in, with it being a little bit later in the session, maybe today's objectives are already taken, right? What is ES doing? Those are things that today I just honestly didn't take into account, and it's on me. Luckily, I got lucky. It was break even. But yeah, overall, not an incredible day. I think going forward, I'm gonna lower my target because I think this was maybe too far of a target, with this being maybe like 80 or so points. More like okay, it's like 100 something points, right? That 100 something points target's less probable than me targeting maybe the unfilled 5 minute, and when tightening up my stop loss a bit, right? To maybe, I don't know, right below the IFVG for a 1.4, right? uh you know I think going forward, just shortening up my target and finding, a closer draw on liquidity. Because yes, my overall draw on liquidity is correct here at the unfilled 15, unfilled hourly gap. Um, you know, finding that internal draw, getting displacement there, and then having that be the break even point, and having a runner go on to the further external draw in this range. I think that'd be probably the smarter move going forward, and that is something I will definitely adjust going forward with my trading. But yeah, man. Other than that, that was today's trade for June 22nd, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So I will have another video uploaded for you guys. I think the next one we're going over is fair value gap, so that should be a good one for you guys to, check out and learn from. But yeah, man, with that being said, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.